to this YouTube channel. My name is Shekina Chukufila and I'm delighted to receive you here. In this video, I will show you how to implement Firebase MultiFactor Authentication. Before to do that, let me first show you the demo of this video. The application we are going to build will allow the user to create an account with his email and password or to use the Gmail account through Google provider. After that, the user will be able to connect to his account through the login page. Once the user is connected, he will be also able to do two things. The first one, to disconnect from his account. The second thing, to activate the second factor authentication. Once this is done, the user will be obligated to connect to his account through two steps. The first one, the user will provide his email and password or his Gmail account through Google provider, and the second step, the user will be able to provide the code he will receive through his phone number. Let's just have a look on that. My account, I have to go to the sign up page. For that, I have to click on sign up just here. Once I'm on this page, I have to create my account. For this first time, I will do that with my Gmail account through Google provider. Let me click on. I will be redirected to a page where I have to choose which account I have to use. In my case, I will use the first one. After that, I have created my account successfully and I can see the user page. As I said previously, I'm able to do two things: to disconnect from my account or to activate directly my multi-factor authentication. In my case, I will activate directly the multi-factor authentication. I'm in this page, so I need to provide my phone number. Don't forget to provide your phone number with your country indicator. Once my phone number provided, I will be able to receive a code. And let me just have a look on my code and to provide that. My code is 28 26, and I would submit the code. Once it's done, my second factor authentication is created and activated as wanted. So I have to disconnect from my account to see if everything was set correctly. I will disconnect from my account and I'm get back to my login page. To verify if everything is set correctly, I have to connect to my account with the Google provider. Let's click on login with Google. And I will use the same email I've used to create my account. It's the first one in my case. After that, I will see this page and I have to fill the code I've received through my number. I will provide the code 0056 and 63, and I have to submit that. As I said, this time I go through two steps to get in user page, and I will do the same thing with my email and password account. Let's create another account with email and password. We are going to do the same thing with the second authentication provider. So we are going to create our page with an email and a password. Let's go again to the sign up page. Okay, now we are seeing our sign up page. I have to provide an email and a password for to create my account. When it's done, I'm logging on my user page. You can notice something different. For this time, I have to verify first my email before to do anything else. In the case I want to create the second factor authentication, let me click on verify your email. We can see the notification email sent. I have to verify my email to see if I've received a link from Google to verify my email, for to see if I can create a second factor authentication. So to verify my email address, I have to click on that. And when I'm inside of the email, I can see this link and I will click on the link. After that, I can see a notification, your email has been verified. You can now sign in with your new account. So I can close this page, connect from my account to verify if everything is set correctly. I will use the same account and I log in successfully. In this case, I can see activate the multi-factor authentication. And this time I will click again on the same link. And I have to provide my phone number. And I have to verify that. A code has been sent on my phone number. Let me take the code. The code is 302103. And I have submit that. In this case, I have created a second factor authentication. Let's verify that. And for that, I will disconnect from my account. Let me connect again on my account. Once it's done, I have to provide the code I have received before to get in on my account. I will wait a little bit for the code, and 84, 63, and 85. I have to submit that, and everything is okay. As you can see, my multi-factor authentication is set. Now we are jumping into the code for to create this application. I created a brand new Nextjs application and I will use with that some package. Let me show you that on my packages. So for this demo, I will use Nextjs 13. I will use Force React for the icon. I will use Firebase, obviously. I will also use TypeScript, React Autos for notification, and Taiwan CSS for styling. To show you that is a brand new application I've created, let me run the application. I will start my application and I'm able now to see that in my navigator. I can see Firebase multi-factor authentication. To continue with our implementation, we have to set a new Firebase project. So let's create a new Firebase project. We can give this project a name, Firebase multi-factor authentication, and we can continue. So for this project, we don't need Google Analytics, so I will disable that. I will create my project. So my project is ready. I can continue. I will click on continue. Okay, everything is okay. So for this demo, I will use just authentication from Firebase. Let's go to build, and here I will click on authentication. I have to get started with my authentication product, so let me create on get started. After that, for this project, I will use two providers. I will use email and password. I have just to enable that. Save. And I have to add another provider. So add a new provider. I will use this time Google provider. So I have to enable Google provider, and I can configure that with my personal email, and I will save. So as you can see, I have my email and password and Google provider. In our case, we have to upgrade to enable the multi-factor authentication. So we have to click here, upgrade to enable, and you will see upgrade to the new authentication. You can read the information written there, and you can click on next. I will keep it on my free plan, and I will upgrade to the new authentication. So everything is set. You can see SMS multi-factor authentication allow your user to add an extra layer of security to their account. So the status is disabled. We will change that. We'll enable that, and we can save. The multi-factor authentication is enabled, so we can get back into our code. Projects, we have now to initialize this Firebase project into our Nextjs application. So to do that, I will create a folder called Firebase. Inside that folder, I will put a file. I will call it init. So what I have to do here, I have to go to my Firebase dashboard to take the credential. Let's go. I have to click here and to click to project settings. After that, I have to create a new project. So it will be a web project. I will click here, and I will call it Firebase MFA. Firebase MFA and web. Firebase hosting, and I will register just my app. After that, I will skip this information and I will continue to the console. After that, I will go to the bottom of the page. I will see Firebase config here. I will copy that and paste that in here. I have my config here, and I have now to set my Firebase. To initialize my project, I will create a variable app. Okay, and after that, what I will do, I will check first if there is any application, there is no instance of Firebase. So I will check if there is no instance of Firebase, and if there is no instance of Firebase, I will use initialize here, okay, from Firebase, and I will use Firebase config. Otherwise, I will put in my app the instance already present here. So after that, I will export this app I will export app. So everything is set and our Firebase is initialized. So the next step, we will create the sign up page of our application.